Hello, Pailuan. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this PK Fairy reading. I'm so glad to have you here. You chose the image with the two fairies that are sitting close together. You can almost hear them giggling. It's like they're sharing some secret, a secret plan. They're up to something that is, I just get the sense of like something great, like a big surprise, and I can't wait for us to get into their secret, to get to know it and know what your next blessing is, because that's the message that will come through for you. And you don't have a main card, but I will choose one for you from this deck. So let me just shuffle it and pick out your significator for your reading. That will give us the first clue what your blessing is. Okay. So, your main card looks like this, and it says, Love forgives distance. And it has a number 13. And you can see those two furry creatures, they're holding hand. They're looking up towards this dragonfly. It's almost like showing them the way. It's almost like wanting their attention, wanting them to look in its direction for some purpose. Love forgives distance. You know, the first thing that is coming for you, Palawan, is that, well, first of all, this blessing will be a huge surprise for you, okay? It might be like a big shock, almost like in a physical way that you might react to it because of how big of a surprise it will be. But the thing is that this is like such interesting energies coming through for you, because on one side, I can see how this blessing has been building up its energies, its momentum. It's been like a skeleton that has gotten more and more flesh on it, if you know what I mean. And this has been going on for quite some time, but still it has been like, because usually when that happens, you can like sense it, you can know it, you can see signs and things like that. But for you, Palwan, I see like you have been so loyal towards everyday life and making that work out for you in the best way possible. You've been loyal to very important things in your life that you've almost not had any time to, towards the more, what do we say, like magical parts of life, or maybe the more, luxurious parts of life that we only get into when we have a lot of time, or, when we're on vacation and by the beach or something like that. I see you just doing such a great job with your everyday life, your routines, getting back on track on the things that you might have forgotten about, or maybe just stopped doing for some reason. Maybe something got in the way, something else grabbed your attention. And I see because of that, it's almost like this blessing has had its life of its own. It's had the possibility to almost decide for itself what it wants to be, and all the details surrounding it. So I actually think that has been something great for you. But the thing is, Palwan, I think very soon your blessing will get all of your attention, will require all of your attention, because like all of the arrows, like the symbolic arrows, will be pointing towards this blessing that is coming. Let me just shuffle the rest of your cards just to get into more details for your reading. Okay, so I'm sensing this one and this one. And let's take out some magic cards with some sigils and symbols to see even more in what direction your Oh, air. Okay, let's put it out like that. But like what direction your attention will be going when this thing will be like coming closer and closer towards you. Okay, this one. I actually sense it's here. It's this one. Okay. And to the best part of the reading, that is the tarot cards. Okay. Here, okay. Okay, I'll get 9 tarot cards out for you. Okay, so now I have all the cards. Let's start with a symbol because this one popped out. It's like it wants to talk, so let's give it our attention. It says air, number 16. And it also says work with the element of air to see the truth. Here's the thing. This sign of air is pointing up. Like even like this line is showing us where our attention should go. And I find it so interesting that also the dragonfly is up in the air, grabbing their attention upwards. So I think the air element is such a huge part of your blessing. So maybe it is like some sort of vacation, a trip, but it can also be an idea. It's like an idea, even if it is a trip. There is something bigger that will come from this trip, okay? Like, if it is an idea or a trip, there is something that will pick up speed when this blessing comes in, which makes me think that this blessing has many parts to it. It's not like, you get a gift like this, and here you have it, and then you get it once. I don't think that's it for you. I think this is like a gift that will keep on giving by like transmuting itself and evolving. So it might actually be an idea, but let's see, that might be one thing. Let's see what more comes up. We have perseverance, 33, and it says the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Okay. I'm getting a timing, and it is by June, this will be in your life. And also look out for 3s. Either like connect to the number 3 in a numerological way, or maybe even more in a like angel number type of way. But I think if you connect to the number 3s, your blessing, I'm just getting that it will make more sense to you, because I don't think your blessing, even though like it will come like a surprise, like a shock, I think in a way it's like bigger than that even. Okay, let's continue looking at your cards. So these are the starseed cards, and you have water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So for sure, the blessing, the first part of the blessing could be a getaway, a vacation, an overnight stay with a friend. It can be like a slumber party type of thing. It can be a longer trip. It can be like your job inviting you to go someplace. It can also be just like you visiting another city, and that will be like the thing that will like set this blessing off to start showing itself to you. It's like your blessing, I can see how it has had its own space to work with itself, get to know itself, mold itself. I don't see you being that involved with it. But then when it wants to enter your life, this blessing will need your attention. It will need you to be aware that it's happening, because it will want your cooperation. That's why I'm thinking that for some of you, it could actually be an idea that will come to you that will have such a huge impact on your life. And for you to be able to, integrate or cooperate with this blessing, you might need to be in a different setting for your mind to be different, Like if, let's say you have 4 kids and they're grabbing all of your attention, of course your kids will get all of your attention. So, like, that's why I'm saying that you will be in a place or space where you're in a different mindset when this blessing first pops up. That is just like the first step. That's not even like all of it, because I see this as just going up and up and up and up, like rising. Let's take a look at the next card you have. It looks, oh my God. Maybe you don't even know that you're gonna travel or be like taken away. Someone will like just pack your bags for you, like, let's go, we're going. Like, maybe, like, look at this card. It's amazing. But it says surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So this just tells me again, wherever you will be, if it is just like you taking the bus to another city, village, whatever, or being on the other side of the planet, when this blessing hits you, you will be in a different mindset, because that is what has to happen, that needs to happen for you to give your attention to this blessing when it comes up. And that's why I don't think your blessing is like, a package, like here with a ribbon on it. I think your blessing is much more like on the like intellectual level, energetic level, more like that. Okay, the flowers you have. The first one is crocus with breathe. Calm, rest, stop, and just be. Do you see how many cards you have? Like calm, rest, just be, pleasure, make love to life, rest, body care. This is telling us what state you will be in when this blessing will require 100% of your attention. Okay, the next flower card you have is Tiger Lily with security. Choose the safe harbor for now. Okay, I'm gonna wait to interpret that card for a little while, because there's something with this card that is even like before this blessing enters your life. I'm like, hello, here I am, look at me, all of you look at me, like that. There's something that will be more like grounded on the ground for you to happen. But I'll hold on and see your tarot cards. So the first tarot card you have is the 4 of Wands with a celebration. Okay, 4 of Wands with celebration. You also have the High Priestess, wisdom of the sacred. Do you see how many things you have that is like up, going up, ascending, reaching higher? Listen, for the majority of you, it is an idea. Okay, I'm just gonna say it is an idea. It is something, how do I say this? The theory of how civilizations happen, from us being like just hunters for food. Like, what was the shift that made us go from just living day by day, making sure that we have food for the day, and then actually being able to invent things like architecture and engineering, and then making a civilization? They say, like, one of the theories is because we learned how to gather food and to save food, because that made us not having to focus every day on surviving. So what happens when your mind isn't focused every day on getting food, putting food on the table? You will have time to think about other necessary things that are actually part of life, but there was no space for it. So of course it was like an impossibility. But I'm getting that sense for you that you've been so loyal to different parts, different aspects of life, and great, good job. Really, really, that was needed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have focused that hard and that much on those parts of life. But with this coming in here, like these energies here, how they're moving and how they're like picking up speed down here with the Four of Wands, you know, stability, the home card. Then you have security, stability. And then they're going up in a very light type of way, going up, ascending up. Even with the High Priestess showing up here, this is a process that has been going on for a very long time for you. So listen, if you've been waiting for a shift, if you've been knowing, like, thank you for everything I have, I'm so grateful, but I know if this would change or if that thing would happen, my life would become easier, my life would become better, my quality of life will just increase in a way that I know is possible. I don't think you're asking for too much, to be honest. This is telling you that, well, first of all, you're not asking for too much. This is very possible. Also with water your garden, you're getting a lot of compliments that you've actually done a great, great job with all of the things that you've done up till now, really. But you've been also correct when you've made the assessment that there are things that need to be changed, things need to switch up, you know, a couple of levels. You've also done a great assessment there. The next card you have is Rainbow Portal, Paladin of Portals. This is the Knight of Cups. I think it's fascinating that portal card showed up for you. Okay. You also have Persistent Presence, Nine of Wands. You know, the Nine of Wands, that's not you. That is your blessing. It speaks to how long it has been in the making, and it also speaks to how badly it wants you. You know the saying, like, whatever you want wants you to, you know. That is truly the message for you. Truly, truly, this blessing wants to enter your life just as much as you want it to enter your life. You also have Gold of the Earth with 6 of light codes. Gold of the Earth. Okay, sorry, this was already up. I got stuck in a state, sorry. Okay, so this is logic and structure, Sage of Activations. This is the King of Activations. Let me just think. Activations is Swords. This is the King of Swords. And the Six of Wands. Okay. This is speaking about the blessing. This is speaking about your energies here, but this is like the blessing. You know, this doesn't surprise me because the way your blessing has been coming through in this reading is like telling me that it wants all of your attention. So it doesn't surprise me that the blessing is coming through now and not so much you. So let's keep looking at it. You also got Whispers of the Universe, 55, big positive changes, 6 of Activation. So this is the 6 of Swords. Do you see all the eyes? I don't know if the camera is picking up on it. That is above her, like starting on her forehead and then going up, up, up through these angel wings and butterfly wings until it's like a heart and wings and light and everything up there. Again, you will have like this, I think, speaks of what the blessing is. Okay, Pawa? It will be an aha moment, a eureka moment. It will be like the moment you've been waiting for. It will be like this bright idea that will hit you out of nowhere. And I think that's where the shock will happen to you. We have one more card, actually. Let's put it like here. So, even like with the King of Swords, very structured but very complex. I think this idea is what you've been waiting for. This information that will come through for you. The last card we have is Initiate of Portals. This is this Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, having the whole ocean inside of her head. With all of the eyes coming through, and then this very big eye. Yeah, you can see it. You know, this blessing will cause a huge effect on your life, but there is a big advice for you. When this blessing comes, well, first of all, what I've been like saying a million times that you already know, it will need all of your attention to be able to work out. It will need you to look at it, understand it, because maybe at first you won't fully understand this information or idea, you know, this eureka moment that will hit you. And that's why it will need you to stay focused on it as long as it's needed, okay? That's why it won't surprise me if this happens when you're actually on vacation or away, or maybe your kids are with their grandmother or their aunt, someone is babysitting them, and you just like have some time and some space for yourself. Stay with this idea until you know what the next step is for you. Because with the tiger lily, now I understand it. With the tiger lily insecurity, it is telling you that this idea, blessing, will enter your life in a way and in a place, in a situation, in a time when it knows that you for sure can grasp it, can understand it, can welcome it. So when that happens, you need to cooperate with it by meeting it halfway. I don't know why, but I just know that that is the message for you. There is some requirements of you, for you or by you, yeah, on how to receive this. Because when you do, it will actually take you to the place you know would give you more quality in life. That is what I'm getting for you, pile one. Okay, this was your message. I will end it here. I hope this was helpful so you know when this happens what to do. Okay, pile one. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this Pick a Fairy reading. I'm so glad to have you here. You chose the image with the fairy that is in the forest. She wears a cloak. She has a wand. Looks like she's on a quest that is very important, giving me the vibes that your blessing has actually a very high value to it, almost like it needs to be protected all the way up to you, like all the way until it reaches you. And I'm just getting like this sense of seriousness, importance, a huge weight to it, like it's very, very important. But you don't have, well, no pile have a main card. So I will actually pull out one for you from this deck. So I will start with that and start just looking into the message of this important blessing that wants to enter your life. Okay, so This is what your card looks like. And it says 26, the fortunate companion. And there's a 4-leaf clover. I knew it. Guys, it's talking about money. That's what I was getting with this fairy, you know, looking so serious and important. And I just like, oh, who's serious and important? Like the guys on Wall Street, they're serious and important. And that's just like the thought that crossed my mind. And then you get a 4-leaf clover. So I really think like it's either money or something material. Okay, you know what it is you need. What is it? Like, is it a house? Is it a saving account that you need to fill up with a certain amount? Is it a retirement account? Like, you know what this thing is about, but it is about money, finances, or something that is material, okay? And I'm getting this sense that it is like protected. Like I said, like, up until it reaches you, it is like almost like it has your name on it, you know, like packaged everything, and then it comes to you and you will get it. Okay, you know what? Let's just shuffle your cards and see what else wants to come through for you. Where was it? It was here. These two. Okay. We also have some magic signs or sigils for you. Oh, okay. And there. And some starseed cards. Why not? When we're speaking about money, right? Okay, and let me put the rose quartz away and take out your tarot cards from my new favorite deck. This deck is just amazing. Let me just count. Where is it there? Okay, so we have 3. I want 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So now we have all of your cards, and I want to start off with these magic sign cards for you. Okay, so the first one you have is Insight 34. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. You know, there's a message coming through that is very specific, so I think it's just for some of you. But I sense that for some of you, there is someone else depending on you, someone else that actually needs you to be the core, to be the center. And for you to be able to be this core and the center of everything, there is an amount of money or something specific with what you own, like if that is a house or an apartment where you live. It might also be like something about schedule with work, like how your work is scheduled. That might be very, very important for you. Like, let's say someone depends on you for help or care, okay? But you can't have a full-time job doing that. This is just an example. Then you will need to cut down your hours to take care of this person. But this person is also depending on you making money. So for you, this blessing will be that you will actually be able to cut down hours and get a pay raise. So you will cut down hours and maybe earn as much as you did when you worked full time. Like, do you follow along with this example, what it is I'm saying? When I want to just be clear that it's not just money. Although, you know, for some of you it is, and that's great. Great. I love that for you. But for others of you, there's something else that is very, very, very important why you need to get this amount in. Or change your job, change where you're living. Like, there's something around that. It's not just one direction. Do you see? Do you see how many areas that will be affected by both you being the core, but also this blessing will actually be like a partner. You know, the fortunate companion. The companion is actually this blessing, this material gain of some sort that will enter and stand by your side. That you don't have to be alone doing this. You will get help and you will get support by something in the material sphere. Okay. You also have healing. Number 5, positive change. I love number 5. You know, when 5s show up in tarot, it makes me so glad. But it says, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Do you see on how many levels this material gain will help you, heal you, take care of you? And for some or many, I don't know, but there are other people needing this to happen to you. Yeah? Okay, let's see the starseed cards. Okay, double mission. Yeah, like it's not just about you. There's something, even like if you live alone and you're taking care of yourself, this will still be applied to you. There's something bigger. There's something else. Like this amount will either play a huge role for you as a person. You know, it might heal you and your relationship to money, like what you were taught about your worth or how you should deal with money, or maybe you've been taught that like having a lot of money makes you bad, like, you know, things like that. And this money coming in, I don't see, no, even like it's okay if you would go out and buy a fancy car for this money. I'm not saying that that's not what you should do. I'm just getting that there's a deeper layer to it. Like, okay, go get that car, but it will also heal the relationship you have with your soul providers when you were a child. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I hope I'm making myself clear, because I'm so glad that you will get money or like resources, financial stuff. And I'm also glad that it will affect you on more levels, mind, body, and soul. You see, like, it's divided into many parts of your life, and then you have this double mission. It also says, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So listen, some of you might actually need money to get going with something. Maybe some of you need money to make that very important trip that you know will have such a huge effect on your spirituality or your activations or something like that, you know, deep impact on you. But you need money. Maybe you need to be away for 6 months, a year, that cost. Then that is your blessing coming in. For some of you, you maybe need a startup to start that business of yours, but you need some money to buy things to get going. Then that is your blessing. And for others of you, this might be because simply your life will become easier, simpler to live. You won't have to have this burden or this, you know, just when, even if you're grateful for every day, there can be aspects of the day that can feel heavy. I see that being, you know, the different layers, the deeper layer, that when you get this resource, it will heal that part too. Like if you're experiencing exhaustion and you're tired, you know, maybe because you have a job that just sucks the life out of you, like, or a schedule that actually doesn't fit your bodily clockwork or whatever it's called. You know, this resource that is coming in, this material blessing that is coming in, will help you. It will like open doors for you so that you can heal those sides. That is what I'm trying to say with many layers, many aspects, many areas of life. Listen, money is coming in as a companion to stand by your side, shoulder to shoulder. It's almost like this companion has taken care of this furry, lovely creature that just makes our heart melt, right? And she's like, you know what? Come, I have a surprise for you. Come. And then they walk through the forest and she tells him all of these beautiful things about the future. And he's like, no, I can't believe it until I see it. And she's like, I know, I understand it. So now just open your eyes. You have to open your eyes. And when you look, you will see this blessing. And it's almost like she's guiding him towards the four-leaf clover. You will be guided. That's what I saw, like this blessing has been secured and safe and like all the way to you. And then it will be opened. Okay. The next starseed card you have is We the Hathors or Hathors, Deep Love. Mother's milk, birth as a portal. You know what? If you have some people that are depending on you, and you know, in just a natural way depending on you, and you almost have like this, you might be a mother, or you have a mother role, or you're taking care of many people that are depending on you for some reasons, you also need to be taken care of. You also need to be mothered. And that is why this card is coming through for you. That when this companion enters your life, it will be like a birth, like someone is giving birth to you so that they become your mother, your parent. I'm just sensing, you know, with this great shift in your material world, one of the results, one of the blessings from the blessing will be that you won't feel as alone. That's what I'm getting. That makes me so happy, like my heart just, oh, for you. Okay, let's look at some flowers, shall we? Okay, so the first card we have is Sweet Alyssum with clarity. Bright paths of understanding will open. Path makes me think of this birth as a portal. That is a path to a new life, right? When you're born. And you also have Pitcher Plant Insight. So you have clarity and insight, and it says the answers are there for those who look. Pitcher Plant. There's something here. I can't quite pick up on it. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Funny, the same thing happened with this position in pile 1. So maybe there is a message there for you too, because the same thing happened with this position there. Okay, so let's look at these beautiful high vibrational tarot cards. Like, listen, these are from another dimension. Like, you will see. Okay, the first card you have is the Great Central Sun, Sage of Portals. So this is the King of Cups. Great Central Sun. Okay. You know what? Whatever this blessing is, how big it is, how many layers it has of healing, please believe me when I say that this blessing has everything to do with you being the sun. It has to do with you being such a blessing to this planet, such a blessing for the people around you. Like, I don't care if they know it, we know it, Tarot knows it, Great Central Sun knows it, like life knows it. Believe me, you deserve it because it comes to you because it looks like you. Okay? You also have Deep Dive, 4 of Cups, Deep Dive. I'm just getting that someone actually is 39 years old watching this. Then this is very important for you that is 39 years old. I just have to say it. I don't know, like I got pointed to that, okay? So we have 23 with action plan, 2 of Wands. One thing leading to the other. Action plan. Maybe there is something that you need to start, that needs to happen with these cards. Oh my God, have you done your best to get this going, to make this happen? Like if this is a project or switching job, changing schedule, maybe you've done everything you can, right? And the only thing that has met you has been like the Four of freaking Cups. Like really, like maybe you've gotten like an offer that was almost what you asked for, but it still wouldn't make the difference that you're asking for, you know? So you're like, but even if I take this, even if I say yes to this, this isn't what I wanted, this isn't what I asked for. I'm just getting like you've done your, like you've truly done your part with this. Like you haven't sat around and just like waited for the universe and life and everything and spirit guides and angels. Like, no, that's not you. Like, I'm sure you love all of them and you work with them and you're grateful for them, but that's not you. You're this furry, lovely creature that is walking in the forest in the darkness all by himself, if that is what is needed from this person. Like that is the type of person you are. And that is why the great central sun is coming through for you. You, like whatever path you've walked on, like, oh my God, have you been a sun on that path? And that is why whatever that will come to meet you, it will look like you. Be glad for that, because that just shows how big you are. Okay, so you also have roots, 8 of cups, 8 of portals. Deep roots. Maybe you haven't been able to get away from certain things because like it is ancestral, it is family circumstances, goes very, very deep, and still you've tried to make a difference. Still you've tried to make sure that this change happens. Wow, you must be such a strong person. But also, like, I see that you still have your sensitivity, like you didn't lose that either. Wow, okay. Yeah, so you have celestial tree of the infinite Akash. How beautiful is that? And this is the suspended one, or the hanged man. It took a while for me to figure this card out. Like, where is the hanged thing? Like, what is the suspended thing? And I don't think it is in the tree. I think it is the planet Earth, that is the suspended thing. Listen, this card is very simple, okay? It is very simple. It is telling me that your help is actually not coming from this planet, okay? Your help is coming from someplace else. Someplace that has heard you. You've been praying. You've been asking for help because you're like, you know what? I am doing the best I can, okay? I know that. Life knows that. Everyone knows that. Where are my results? It should have come. And not as the Four of Cups, because I will still say no to the Four of Cups. And you know what? Everything in your reading is telling you to not compromise. You don't have to compromise. You don't have to say yes to the Four of Cups. No. That's not why it showed up in your reading, okay? You've been watched. You've been observed. You've been very appreciated. So this companion can actually be many companions for you. Okay, next card, you have Sky, 7 of Earth Guardians. This is the 7 of Pentacles with Sky, and an Earth Guardian came through for you. Like, I don't have to tell you, like Sky, Earth Guardian, you know, heavens. You're definitely 100% being looked after. You also have harmony and in adversity with 5 of Wands. Didn't I tell you that I love when the 5s show up? 5 of Wands with the Sky Earth Guardians for you. Like, I totally get it if you felt alone. But these 2 cards are telling you that you've actually never been alone. everything that you've survived, every hurdle that you got yourself over has been observed and very much appreciated. And you are, let me tell you, you are admired by whatever this is, the companions that are coming through for you. 32, action beyond the ordinary. The initiate is the page, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's the page of wands. Action beyond the ordinary. This just tells me that you will actually get more than you asked for. So please, please don't accept this fourth cup coming through to you. Like, here, isn't this what you asked? No, that's not what I asked for. Thank you, thank you. Like, it's totally fine if you would say that, okay? So we have actually one more card for you, pile 2, and that is crystalline staircase with 5 of cups with the number 40. You have 5, 5, 5. Look out for the number 5s. They might increase as this blessing comes closer and closer to you. 5s will be very important. You also have a 23, that is a 5. 32 is a 5. Okay, just look out for 5s. That will be very important for you. You can also try to connect with the number 5 as an angel number because of all of these companion cards that you got, okay? But with the crystalline staircase, you know, you might be on the bottom. There might be a need that you have that haven't been met quite yet. But you see how things constantly change. Change is the only constant. Where you are right now, like if you feel that it's on the bottom, that is not where you will stay, okay? Because you're not alone, you've been observed, and things are coming to you. And just as this staircase goes up, giving you the possibility and the opportunity to move up in life, so does this beautiful outwardly tree move up towards the, not skies, but the space, actually. Let me just see if you can see all of your cards. Yeah, you can. Okay. So that was your message, Pal 2. Yeah, great job. I think you're an amazing person. Thank you so much for being here. I will end your reading and your message. I truly hope that it was helpful for you, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Pal 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this PK Fairy reading. I am so glad to have you here. You chose the image with the fairy that is animated. She's all dressed up, looking very beautiful, ready to conquer the world. Maybe she's invited to some place where she is the guest of honor or something like that. But she looks very beautiful. She looks like she's heading someplace, and it looks like all of the eyes will be on her. So that gives me some clues about your next blessing that we're gonna take a look at. You don't have a significator, but I will pick one out for you from this very lovely deck. So let me just do that and then continue on with your message about your next blessing. Okay, so your card looks like this, and oh, there's a colibri, and it says number 3, and yet the path grows lighter. Oh, and he has the whole space behind him. Oh, this is such a beautiful card. Okay, let me shuffle the rest of your cards. The thing is, I'm not getting a full message, But I am getting that you will be in the center of something, or you will catch someone's attention. There is like a yes coming your way. You know, attention can mean so many things. It can mean like approved of something. Yeah, being noticed. Let's see, let's pull out some sigils for you. Wonderful, beautiful. Is it there? No? Let me just shuffle again. Oh, sorry. That was just the cable. Let me just see that it's out of the picture. Yeah. Okay, and some starseed cards. Oh, there are two. And let's put the rose quartz over there and take out some tarot cards for you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 7. I don't know why they're coming like 1 and 1. 8 and 1 more. That's the one. Okay. So let's just put them together in a nice way for you. Okay, this one actually flipped out, so let's take a look at this one. Looks like this. Triple spiral, number 11, angel number, also a master number in numerology. So maybe you have this like in your own personal numerology, like your life path or soul urge, you know, all the things that you can calculate with your name and your birthday. Okay, so it says, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. I think you have something to offer that that would make other people very glad. I think you're in a position where people want to listen to you. They want to be mirrored by you, almost like with the 2 wands, you know. I don't know, like if you're a poet or you're very good at talking, telling things, telling stories, making people feel alive, making people feel like they're seen. But I also see like you have this aspect of you where you can be quite shy and pull yourself back a little bit when the attention gets too much. And that's why I actually think that you're moving towards attention in some way, and that is the blessing coming your way. Triple spiral. It's like, it's not just once. How do I say this? Like, let's say you have a social media account and you will experience growth in it. Then it won't happen just once. If that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to think of some examples, but nothing else comes except that. But I think you know what I mean. Like, it will continue on. Like there's like a sense of popularity coming into you, and it won't just like fade away or phase away. It's there to stay and almost accumulate. Like you can, it will almost be like part of your history when you look back, and it will be part of your present time also. Okay. You also have little luxuries, 28, generates luxurious surroundings and experiences. And it's talking about the sigil or the symbol. Like if you use it, then it can help you manifest these luxurious surroundings and experiences. And this just makes me think that you actually already like experienced it on some level or some part of your life. Like, let's say you were popular in school, so you've experienced how it is to be popular once, but then now as a grown-up, if you have like a social media account or something like that, or maybe also in your workplace, then you will experience that popularity again. But you know, it doesn't only have to be like about popularity or a social media account. It can be like you beating the odds, you winning over competition, like having people compete with you about a certain job or position, something like that, and you getting the attention of the ones that are in charge, the ones that get to choose who gets the yes, and you get an acknowledgement, and you get it reaffirmed that you're seen, you're appreciated. What you have to offer is something they want. Like, it's that thing. It can be applying for something, whatever. Getting a yes, being seen, getting, like, the attention will be towards you. Yeah? Okay, the starseed cards you have, they're the golden children. Yeah. Sure, why not? Of course. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gift. So this is what you have to offer that will be acknowledged. They will see that there is something unique, something very specific about you that they want, that they've been waiting for, longing for, hoping for to find. And then when you show up, they will be like, yes. That's the guest of honor, like the fairy. Okay. So you also have, diving in, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learners. So I don't know if maybe you've been in a situation before where you've had a lot of attention on you and it didn't end up good for you. You know, something happened. You know, like the Six of Wands of Tarot. I'm sure you know of it, how it looks like. And it is a card of success and admiration and being noticed, being celebrated for your achievements. But there is also a negative aspect of that card, as it is to every card. Like, even the most positive cards of the tarot cards have a negative aspect because life has it, okay? And the negative aspect of the Six of Wands is that sometimes, you know how the Rider-Waite-Smith card looks like? There's this person riding on a horse, and then there are people, you can't really see them in the card, but they have their wands. And in the positive aspect, they are cheering for this person that is coming on the horse. In the negative aspect, they are actually booing him. They're not happy for him, they're jealous. If they could, maybe they would knock him out with the wands they're carrying in their hands, you know. So maybe that has happened to you. Getting attention, succeeding, being celebrated for your achievements, and then meeting the negative aspects that can happen with being noticed and recognized and celebrated, that some people might get jealous, and that is what could have happened to you. And because I sense there is some sort, especially with your main card, that there is some sort of resistance, at least for some of you, you know, in this pile. And, you know, also with the golden children, it can be a bit difficult to stand out, being unique or being, you know, very good at something. Maybe you at your workplace is actually the best one there. That's not always easy, okay? Like, being the golden child, it has a negative ring to it also. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get at is that there is something unique about you, something special, a rare gift, unique gift. And there are people that want it, that want to be mirrored by what it is that you have to offer. And you might be holding yourself back a little bit because you've had a prior experience of maybe jealousy or something like that. So that's just like coming through for you here, because what I'm getting with Earth School is that maybe in a very gentle and loving way, life might have to push you towards this step a little bit for you to know that, okay, I really want this actually. Like, I know that maybe I will get the same experience again, but you know what? I really want it. I want to experience this. This comes so natural for me. I am good at this, and this time I will make sure to protect myself. I will make sure to keep the haters far away from me or something like that, you know. But I see you being helped by being pushed just a little bit, in a sweet and tender way, but still being pushed. Like, come on, you can do this. Be courageous, you can do this. Like, just so you know, like, what steps will happen for you that you might have to take. Let's see your flower cards. You have geranium, virility. Shake it up a little. You've got this. Yeah, this is the little push that you will get from life. Geranium, virility, yeah. The other flower card is heliconia, realization. The answer is here. Take heed. You know, the answer has always been with you. The answer has always been your gift, has always been your uniqueness, how special you are. And it's not that you will realize it like you've never known it. No, like, of course, like, you know yourself, you know who you are. But the realization will be that you actually want what you can get from being unique. Like, whatever your gift is, the blessing that is coming is this opening where you have to go there, you have to be there, you have to step up on that stage, you have to dare to be looked at. Admired can also be very uncomfortable for some people, you know, like, why am I being looked at? Like, why? I just want to blend in, you know, that just that can be a bit uncomfortable. But the realization that you want this blessing will help you overcome this, whatever blockage it is, however big it is. You know, general reading, it will be different for all of you. But I still see a little push like this. Just a little bit. Very loving and very sweet. Okay. So you have the Four of Cups with deep dive. Let's just see that you can see it. If I put it there. Yeah. You also have the Great Central Sun. This is the Sage of Portals. This is the King of Cups. You know, you might have to heal this part of you where people behave towards you like the Four of Cups. You know, like, people offered you the fourth cup that you were like, not for me. You know that? You know, there is an aspect that you might have to heal when it comes to prior experiences of being seen, noticed, appreciated, admired, put on a stage, you know, maybe even put on a pedestal. Maybe you've also experienced that. So there are some aspects that you might have to heal. So you also have the Chalice. This is the Priestess of Activations. The Priestess is the Queen and Activations is Swords. So this is the Queen of Swords. Under realization. You know how the Queen of Swords, she sees things crystal clear. Like, nothing stands in her way. Like, it's crystal clear for her. She knows what to do. That part will come from you healing the parts of you that might be scared of success because of prior experiences of the bad or negative aspects that comes with success. When you heal that, it's like you will know what it is that you want. You will know, oh my God, like you will just run for it. Like that's what I see with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so you have Wings of Integrity, 7 of activations, the 7 of Swords. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? Can I just level with you? This is what happens when you meet success, when you get admired, when there are people that will just die for you. They love you. They want what it is that you're producing, what it is that you're saying. They want to hear it, you know. There will always come an aspect of the 7 of Swords where people will show themselves not from their best sides. And the thing is that when you heal it over here in the cards, you step into the position of Queen of Swords. You can look through that, see through that for what it really is. And this time around, you will forgive them because you will just know that it has nothing to do with you. Whatever critique these haters have to tell you, you don't have to listen to it. You don't even have to believe it because they're not going where you're going. They're not even close to where you're going. So why listen to them? That's the part of the realization where they will maybe try to touch you, and you will be like, you know what? I will listen to the ones that gives me critique that actually are doing what I'm trying to do. Those that have achieved success, those are the ones I will listen to because they know what they're speaking about. They know what they're talking about. And you don't. Bye. That's the position you will step into with the Queen of Swords. That is she's cold in the best way. She is cold in a way where she can cool down her emotions and do what is best for her to reach her goals. And that is oh my God, everyone should be like the Queen of Swords when they're achieving their goals. You also have, let me see, can you see it? Yeah. The lights collect the world. And then it will be done. You will finish that cycle. You will, when you reach your goal, that is when you will end this cycle of the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, that icky combination. It will come to an end. You will reach your goal. It will come to an end. So it's nothing you will carry with you for a long time. So let's say you might still meet the 7 of Swords, but it won't have the same effect on you. You won't even see it after you cross over to the World card. Okay, so the next card you have is Heartfire, 3 of activations, 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. You also have Meadow. This is the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth Guardians. So this is really speaking of a culmination and what's it called? A milestone that you will reach of success. And that will really take care of your heart that has been bruised, your heart that has heard things it should never have heard, that things were maybe words were thrown at it that had nothing to do with it. It will heal by you reaching this milestone when you will be seen, achieve success, give your gifts, your skills. They will be received, they will be admired. Yeah, okay, the next card you have is the High Priestess, Wisdom of the Sacred. You will rise above it. It's not that maybe it will disappear, but you will rise above it. You will know better. As the High Priestess, the the knowledge she has. It is about this world, but it comes from another source. It comes from another place. And that is how you will view this Seven of Swords type of energies. And you will view it from the High Priestess, and that will heal your heart. And you will know that you don't ever have to believe them. Yeah, I'm sorry that it has to be that way, but I think every person that has achieved success will tell you the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so you also have the Eight of Swords with reclaim your power. You will get your power back. It won't be like how do I say owned. Your power won't be owned by the Seven of Swords. Your power will be reclaimed by you through the World card, by you reaching your goals. You going and getting what it is that you want, that you know is for you, with this realization card, like the Queen of Swords, like that is who you're becoming. And this is for you. This blessing is yours. There is a process to it that you will guide yourself through with the High Priestess. You will know what to do with this. But when you realize, and this is like the most important step in this process, is you realizing that you want this. And then it will be yours. Pile 3, I hope this was helpful. I will end your message here. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. Welcome to MH Tarot and to this PK Fairy reading. I am so glad to have you here. You chose the image with the fairy and the horse, and they're very close to each other. You can see that they have a close connection, a very tight connection. And I get the impression that the horse is just as much a blessing to the fairy as the fairy is to the horse. It's like a giving and taking that is equal, that is on the same terms. They're both in on it, and they both want to be there. And it's just such a heartfelt image. It just makes my heart melt, really. The love that this fairy shows to this horse, and it's almost like she knows how important she is to the horse, how much of a blessing she is to him also. So yeah, that was just a couple of thoughts that I had looking at the image. And you don't have a significator card, but I will pick one out for you from this deck. So let me just shuffle it and then find out what your significator is, so that we can get to see your message, your full message about the next blessing that is to come for you. Okay, there it is. Okay, pile 4. This is what your significator card looks like, and it says the sadness of letting go. It is very like grayish brown. He looks sad. He also has a companion that is letting go of a bird. And there are 2 foxes in this picture also, and it has a number 2, speaking of companionship. Just like the fairy and the horse is a companion, and there's a sense of letting go, maybe a period of letting go of something. There is a reason why this girl is letting go of this bird, even though it makes this furry creature very sad. There is a reason for it, and I think that is connected to your message and your blessing. But I sense that this connection between the fairy and the horse and this girl, or this furry creature girl, and to their connection to the bird, there is a reason But don't forget that this reading is all about a blessing coming your way. So let's focus on that. Let that be our intention as I shuffle the card for you to look into the rest of your message. It's this one. I feel like I want to shuffle all of your cards in silence, if that's okay. So now I have all of the cards that I need to do your reading. And you know what struck me while I was connecting to your cards, while I was shuffling them? It was almost like all of the cards wanted to be with us in the reading from all of the decks. I actually had a hard time picking out just a couple of them because it was like all of them wanted to talk to you in a certain chronological order. So let's see what that means. Maybe there are many aspects to this reading. Maybe there are many general aspects. Like this is a general reading, but some readings are even more general than others. But let's see. Let's start with these two cards that you have. So the first one says breaking bad habits with a number 7. And it says self-acceptance and excellent mental health. So this makes me feel is connected to the letting go part of your reading. Let's take a look at the other card you have. It is Spirit with the number 19. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Okay, so listen. 19 for me always signifies an ending or a beginning with an ending that are very like closely connected to each other, because the 9 would never happen without the first, with the 1. If the 1 never happened, the 9 would never happen, if you know what I mean. But this symbol of Spirit, the 6-edged star that consists of 2 triangles, one points upwards towards the heavens and one points downwards towards the earth. The symbology of this, you know what, can I just be honest with you? I sense that I have a hard time finding my words because all of a sudden I'm getting so much sadness inside of me. So maybe that is something that you are going through, Pile, for a lot of sadness of letting something go, or a lot of sadness because of everything that happened that has forced you to let go of something. Okay? Because I almost feel like, to be honest with you, that I want to cry. I just want to end this reading and get some alone time. And I know that it's not my sadness. These are not my feelings. But I want to continue speaking about the Spirit card, because I actually think that you've been asking for guidance and asking for an answer what to do in a specific situation that is very hurtful, that is, you have a lot of grief in this situation, and it's like you want to feel good, you want to be in a better place, but you don't know if what is required for you to feel good again is that you let go of this one thing. You don't know if that is connected to each other. Maybe if you let go of this thing, maybe you will still feel like you're doing right now. So you don't want to let go of something and then miss out on something. I sense there is a bit of confusion attached to your sadness also. But the spirit symbology of the six-edged star is this. The triangle that is pointing upwards speaks of you as a human. You're reaching up to the sky with your prayers, with your words, with your heart. You're letting the sky knows something that is very important for you. And the triangle that is pointed downwards towards earth, that is a symbol of the heavens answering back to the human that gave this prayer up. The answer goes down. So the blessing that will come for you is that you will soon know what to do about this situation, about letting it go, or maybe if there is just one aspect of the situation that you should let go of. Let's continue looking at the rest of your cards to find out. Okay, so these are starseed cards, and it says breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So this just tells me that the prayer that has gone up to the heavens or to the skies, the answer will come down to you. You're not left alone in this. If you feel confused and sad, you're not left alone. You will be looked after, and you will get the guidance and help that is needed for you to be sure that you're doing the right thing, that you're making the best decision that is possible for you. The next card you have is forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. And you can see a great shift in this card of where this person is. There's a lot of darkness, but it's not like in a scary way. It's more darkness as in space, okay? But she's moving towards the other polarity, the other part of reality, because even though there is a shift, they're still part of the same reality. It's just that right now she's spending some time here in space, but she is moving towards the more lush, greeny, nature type of reality more than the space type of reality. So maybe you've been alone in this situation, keeping it to yourself and trying to figure this out on your own. Maybe for some reason, very specific reasons, you've chosen to not share this with other people in your life. Maybe it is because in your core, you are a protector, you are a provider, and You feel some obligation or responsibility towards this situation to figure it out on your own. Maybe you're even like blaming yourself for some part of this, and you're trying to make amends by being responsible all the way through. And you know, the guidance that is coming through is not telling you like don't be responsible or things like that. That it, like all of the qualities you have that you've used to figure this situation out are actually great qualities that you have. But what I'm seeing for you is that there are some things coming in for you to complement you, to make this whole situation complete and full. So if you're experiencing some aloneness, that is actually a true reflection of what is going on, because there are some pieces missing that is coming in to make this whole situation complete, so that you will know what to do, what is best for you and for this whole situation. Because with the 7 also coming through, I see that like the end goal, what you're reaching for is the best for everyone, for harmony to be experienced by everyone that are involved in this situation. You really want what's best. And also, you know, your significator card, it is telling me that you've probably fought for this thing to work out. Maybe it is a person, maybe it is a workplace or where you're living, or maybe it is a family situation or something financial. You've really done your best to make this thing work out, but there are some aspects of this that will change. This situation will not stay in your life the way it is. Either it will be fully removed, like you can see in this card of Forge Don't Follow, how she is moving towards a new reality, or new part of reality, rather, yeah, new part of reality. So either that will happen, that it will be completely lifted out of your life, or with this card, it is speaking of some aspect of it that will change, but it will be changed completely. Okay, let's take a look at the flower cards that you have. It is Lenten Rose with protection. Conserve what you have. Save a little. So the effort that you're putting into this situation to make it work, to be a protector, to be a provider, this card, actually together with this card of breaking habits, it is encouraging you to focus that energy on you, back on you. Because the thing is that even if you would focus this energy back on you, it would still not mean that you're being selfish or not loving, because what it seems right now is that all of this energy is being focused outwards towards this situation or this person. So even if you would shift and switch the focus inwards towards you, you would still have some of it left on the outside, towards the outside, because that's just who you are and how you deal with things. And that is why the encouragement is for you to focus inwards. The effort you are giving this outward situation, that effort should be given to you now. That is actually part of the guidance for you to know what is best for you. For you to know that you need to start giving that effort to you, to understand you, to do what is right for you. I sense that right now you're focusing so much on this other situation that you want to protect, and be a provider for, that you feel obliged towards. But if you would switch the attention to your needs, it would be much easier for you to see the next step. It's like protection. It's like you're so eager to give that to others, to this situation or this person, that you're almost forgetting that you can do the same for you too. Okay, the next card you have is Agapanthus, words of love. Speak with your heart. So you need to reach your heart. You need to connect with it by focusing it inwards. Because this card is telling me that you're focusing a lot outwards because of these great qualities you have. That you want to be fair, you want to do what is best for others, even if you're involved in that same situation. You always want to make sure that you do what is fair towards others. But you need to, your heart has gone through so much in this situation. Your heart is bruised, and it's almost like you're putting something else above it or ahead of it. And your heart is asking of you now, like, if you want guidance, if you want me to guide you through this so that you will know what is best for you, you need to look into me. And you can only do that by focusing on me. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards have to tell you. You have the Magician with transformation through illumination. So there is a polarity, and you have a lot of focus on this part, the outside, the outward, even like this planet has a lot of beings on it. So this might actually be like a habit you have that has been going on maybe all of your life, that this is how you're used to doing things, to focus on others, putting others before you all of the time. And with this transformation through illumination, illumination is like you will see things clearly once you look into your own heart space that you can see in this card. And then the transformation will happen for you, because with the wings on this creature, that is how you will find freedom from this situation. Okay, let's put it there. You also have Rainbow Portal, Paladin of Portals. This is the Knight of Cups. I sense for you with the Knight of Cups that the guidance you need, the answer you're looking for, will come so much easier than you think. Because right now there is like some type of judgment standing in your way, where you think that either like there is no other way to do this than the way that you're used to doing this, like being loyal to a fault or focusing on others so much that you forget yourself. Yeah. Sorry, I lost the thought. Sorry, I have to just find my way back. The help you're seeking will come easier than you think. Why it seems difficult now is simply because of the habit that you have of doing things in a certain way, especially when it is things that are connected to other people, that in your relationship you've experienced you giving a lot of loyalty. That is like a habit you have. You get into some certain habits when that is part of the relationship. It can also be like, a relationship to a certain thing. It doesn't have to be a certain person. But we always have relationships to whatever, like even things and situations and spaces, but the reason why it might feel difficult for you now is simply because you need to break a habit, like quite literally what this card is saying. When you do that, you will see how much easier it is than you thought it was for you to move out of this situation while being transformed so that you can get into the new situation that is coming for you. You have the High Priestess with wisdom of the sacred. So it will definitely be a process for you. Like, you have to take it step by step, because if it is breaking a habit that has been maybe like all of your adult life, or as long as you can remember, then of course it will be a process. It might take some time for you to figure this out, how to do this in a way that is authentic for you and in a way that you are comfortable with. You also have the Mountain. This is the Paladin of Earth Guardian. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. Speaking of the pace, you need to do this. You know what they say, that slow and steady wins the race. So if there are any elements in this situation or with a person that is quite like fiery or pushy or like hasty, if that's a word, for you to know in what way you should do this, you need to connect with your heart. We've already said that. Because you're not supposed to be stressed into something. You're not supposed to do something in a hasty way. You actually need to break this habit in a very slow and loving way for your heart also to be able to keep up with these new energies that you will create by breaking this old habit of yours. So you have Labyrinth with 7 of Portals. This is the 7 of Cups. You see how you need to navigate yourself through this? It's like a labyrinth, and it's nothing strange, because if you've been taught to be in a certain way when it comes to important parts of your life, like, the most basic or the most, the parts of your life that is your foundation, like job, finances, relationships, things like that. If you're taught to be in a certain way where you have to be the one always sacrificing, always showing loyalty, always being obliged to be like the bigger person, the one that gives the most, then it will take time to navigate yourself within these new energies that are really trying to enter your life. But the thing is that there is an aspect in this situation, whether it is a situation or a person, where you actually need to now, I'm always sensing like the first step is you stepping up and stepping in to protect yourself. That is also, with the Knight of Pentacles, that you need to protect yourself in this situation. The next card you have is the Empress with the Naga of the Golden Lotus. Almost like parent yourself from the start. Like if you were taught to be in a certain way, like this, now you're being asked and encouraged to learn to parent yourself in a new way, to break this old habit by letting this thing go so that something new can enter your life. And a part of that is learning how to protect yourself. You also have Justice with alignment of the heart. Balancing your heart chakra with your first chakra. Maybe your first chakra is or it seems as if Your first chakra is very much like pointed outwards to make sure everyone else is protected, everyone else has their needs and their rights met and fulfilled, that you're almost forgetting the part of your first chakra that is about you. But again, wings. Through this, through learning this, how to protect yourself, also with justice, it has to do with, the rights that you have, you will free yourself. You will find a new sense of freedom. So this is the moon with new earth transition. Again, a lot of wings in your reading, and this transition that is coming out of this star shape in the middle, and then there is a moon, of course, in the moon card. If you feel like this is super difficult, then trust that impression, because it is true, and it is not unproportional for you to think that way. This is probably a process that has been poking you for a long time, has been wanting to come through, to start this process for a long time. But because this habit you have is so deeply buried within you, it has taken time for you, long time for you, to listen to this poking, noticing how this need is poking inside of you, because I think it runs deep. So be patient with yourself, be so loving towards yourself. And one way you can start to learn that is by focusing the protection towards you. So the last two cards you have is geometric coherence with 3 of Portals or 3 of Cups. And you also have 8 of light codes, and light codes are wands. So this is the 8 of wands with navigate from the heart. So you have another moon shape here, and then the heart is up there. Again, a lot of wings, a lot of wings. But that is how this creature, she almost looks like a fairy, like an alien fairy. That is how she frees herself with the 8 of wands. 8 of wands is really a card that speaks of momentum and things moving forward. Things, like switching space, switching energies in such a fast pace that it's impossible for the old to stick with you. It's like just by moving in this pace, the old gets released. You can let go of the old. However, these are the 2 last cards. So first, you have this process here that is working itself through your chakras, through your whole system. When that happens, that is when you will experience these 2 cards, these 2 first cards and these 2 last cards. They are connected. The first and the last is connected, just like 19, 1 and 9, the first and the last is connected. That when you look back on it, you will feel that, that experience we sometimes have when we look back on things, we're like, why didn't I do that before? I thought it would be so much harder than it was. Yeah, it was hard, but oh my God, I thought it would be so much harder. And that is the experience you will have while looking back at it. You will feel that it was worth it. You learned so much about yourself, about how to love yourself, protect yourself, while you are sharing space with someone else or something else. That you will come much more into balance through this process and much closer to your heart space, letting your heart navigate and help you through this. So you're definitely getting an answer soon with the triangle pointing down towards the earth. That is you receiving the answer you need. And that will be very much connected to your heart, to you learning how to protect yourself and moving through this process in your pace. You might meet other energies that will try to rush you. The only true way for you to do this is in your own pace. Then you will look back at this situation and you will just love what happened. You will love how it transformed you. And more than anything, you will love where you are. Pile 4, this was your message, so I will end your reading here. I really hope it was helpful, and I thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.